And we have started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wes and I's YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out his channel, Wesley Robinson. I'll put a link in the description for you guys to get over there. So, Wes, here we go. We're going to look at old UFO photos from way back. Some of these are from the 40s and 50s.
Okay.
So this one is an old famous one here. We're going to view this image here. This is called the Mensville UFO. Very famous. There's a whole sequence of these photos. Notice this right here. And then we'll see another video with a really good view of this. This is what they call a vertical stabilizer on a plane. So that's interesting. It has this thing sticking up. But as we go back here, we're going to go look at a few more. Can see that here it is. Again, you can see this kind of looks like a vertical stabilizer, but you're going to see this thing is definitely a saucer shaped object. Now the person caught the bottom of it, and this was taken in 1950. Okay, so let's go there. We'll go ahead to another picture of it. This one they added color, so somebody put color in. Again, we can see that little vertical stabilizer. So what do you think, Wes? You think this is from an alien? Do you think it's the government maybe had a test aircraft, or maybe they were testing an alien captured aircraft? What do you think?
Maybe I don't really think it's that much of real. Maybe they just put something on the screen to make it like a nice picture of like a UFO, or like I don't know.
And let me correct somebody. It's McMinnville. I said McMahonville. My fault. And this is a really clear photo of it. Look at that. There's that thing on the back. Kind of strange, huh? But we saw it is round. Let's look at a couple others here that were famous. You want to see something from World War II?
Sure.
All right, look at this here. So this was in California. They had these spotlights, and they were seeing all these supposedly what they thought were Japanese aircraft during World War II, because we were at war with Japan. So they were shining their spotlight, and supposedly there's an object here, and see these little puffs here? That's anti-aircraft artillery. But what do you think? Isn't that cool? From 1940, I think maybe 43 or 42. Way back. Does that look like a UFO to you in there? What do you think?
Yeah, kind of.
It's like there's something in there, huh? Well, nobody ever figured out what it was. Never figured it out. So it's always been a mystery, even to this day. All right, now here's another super famous one. This is the Rex Heflin sighting. And this was in 1965 near Santa Ana, California. What do you think that could be?
I think it's not real because that's like way too close to the ground, and it kind of looks like a hat. So maybe they told their friend to throw a hat, and then when they threw it, they took a picture of it.
I think that's a really clever observation, because if we look at this power line, it really doesn't look very high, does it? At all. Probably looks more like it's a few feet off the ground. So I think maybe you debunked this one. This is a very famous one, but I'll go with you on this one. I think this one don't look quite real, and this could be a hat. All right, so let's
something like metal.
I think you're right. Something metal, like maybe something you'd wear.
Because there's a shine to it. Or they probably made something like custom and they threw it in the air.
Yeah, or a tire. What do they call those things with the tires? The rims, or not the rims. What do you call them? Tire caps or something? Covers, or the thing that goes on the tire. All right, so now this is from Project Blue Book. You know what Project Blue Book was?
No.
So they started this program back, I think, sometime in the 1960s. And then after, I think, around 62 or something. But they had some pre-Project Blue Book stuff that the military is taking pictures of, collecting pictures from this general population on what they were seeing, and then they would kind of critique them. So here's some of these old photos. This is from 1947. Look at this. 1947. I don't know. I just see some blobs there. What do you think?
I think maybe they put some dirt on there.
That could be it. Could be dirt on the lens, right? Here's another one. Seattle, Washington. To me, just looks like
Or a fingerprint on the screen, because see that picture right there of the black thing? I think that looks more like a fingerprint.
I think so. So this was two different. So you think this one up here, we just see kind of a light in the sky. Who knows what that is?
Like,
and then here,
go up,
see, what?
Go up to the first picture. See that, and then go down. Don't they look kind of like a fingerprint? Like the one up
Oh yeah, the smudged fingerprint, like right here.
Yeah, and the other one is kind of like an oval, so it's probably someone's fingerprint. And then the one up in the other corner, I think that one's like maybe some mush or whatever.
All right, and then we got this light in the sky. And this one is pretty interesting because this looks like kind of like an interesting craft with a light on the bottom. There are photos, modern ones, of what they, the TR, I think they call it TR something. Supposedly the secret aircraft that people have taken pictures of, have a glowing middle where on these videos the energy comes out and then it disappears. Kind of interesting that this has this like glowing spot here in the middle, has an interesting kind of curve to it. But this was back in 1947. Really interesting. Maybe some of those captured Nazi aircraft or something. Then this here, I don't know. You know what a contrail is?
Yeah.
Looks like a contrail to me. It doesn't look like 1940. It doesn't really look very convincing.
Yeah, from the back of the plane.
All right, so here I have no idea what we're looking at here. Oh, they said it didn't show up, so I don't even know why they put it in there. So let's see a couple other ones here that we. All right, no idea what we're looking at there.
That's probably maybe like, I don't know, a whole bunch of like city lights or something. I don't know.
That's what I think. You're right. And then this one here is of some type of craft. But it could be just a lens issue if there.
Or it's a plane because there's like dots, kinda.
These dots here.
Yeah, it might be like a plane flying by.
Could be. Very hard to tell. The pretty crappy photo. All right, and then supposedly reported heading 15 degrees Fort Worth. I don't know what they're looking at here. There's doesn't seem. Oh, this thing here was weird. Supposedly this little thing in the top corner was some type of curved aircraft, spacecraft. It was just weird curved object above the power lines. I don't know. Then this one here looks like I think it's a hubcap. That's what we call those, hubcap from a car. That's what that looks like to me. 1951.
Well, it kind of looks like it's ginormous because it's above the hill.
Oh, the object was tire cover. So they debunked this. Somehow I know the person was a gag. All right. That's what it looks like. It looks like a hubcap. And they said eventually it was figured out to be. So these were just.
From a Ford.
Yep, that's right. And then the McMinnville. So these are interesting. There was a lot of study. There was that vertical stabilizer which they looked at. We know it's a spherical craft, right? Because look how it looks here. Now people have kind of.
Well, I think they have discovered aircrafts that look like UFOs, and they were from the old days, and they were used for stealth.
Okay.
And so it's probably one of those. And you could see the dot at the top, like how that one down there has the big thing. So if you look closely, there's a dot at the top. See how it has that? Go up to the other picture, up.
Let's see.
There's a little dot at the top there. So that's probably the same exact thing, and they had the long things in the top that would blink.
You think the light blinked on top of this? Maybe. Maybe we'll look at one more here. We'll look at the Lubbock lights. These go way back. I forget what year this was. Well, Lubbock lights. But these are famous lights that we're seeing. They look like planes really flying in formation to me. 1951 was the Lubbock lights. What do you think those are? Kind of hard. Doesn't really look like much, but some dots on a black
Maybe
background.
it's a giant, massive plane.
Could be.
Aircraft.
Maybe a fly, like a V-shaped.
One of those giant planes that carries the tanks and all that. Maybe one of those.
Well, that's a big aircraft that carry tanks. I don't know how many they had of those back then, whether they had planes that could carry tanks in 1951. Maybe
But
they
if you
did.
look at that other picture, it's different. That one right there, it's kind of just dots in a line, but the other ones, they're just dots in random position.
It looks like it changed here, right? The formation changed.
Or someone found like maybe like stickers and they just put them on there.
This is possible. Well, interesting stuff. Here we are back at our channel, and appreciate you guys coming. Remember, check out Wesley Robinson's channel. You can find it. I'll put a link in the description. And thank you for joining us, everyone. Say bye, Wes. Tell your
Bye.
people. Bye. Here we are.